Yeah, they came through here. Hard to miss them. Big woman, skinny guy, little guy, and a horned one. They got a couple others hanging around too. What's that? You want to know what happened last time on the Incorrigible party?
Preventing the destruction of the Rising Four, the party investigates the supply tent, only to find it empty. With only one way to go for any hope of retrieving the stolen supplies, Shaft, Falzaren, Mia, and Shakara follow a wide, uniformly dug tunnel that takes a direct path to the Vorgarag Mountains. Deciding to fly ahead to cover ground more quickly, Shaft and Falzaren run into giants, closing off the tunnel with a large boulder.
And then they continued their adventure.
Falzaren and Shaft, you can roll me initiative.
Uh-oh.
Initiative?
Uh-oh.
What?
That was,
Denny's attacking. Denny didn't want to get that close to us.
that was never part of the plan.
Does Denny get initiative?
Shaft gets a booming 9.
7 for Falzaren.
This is where Shaft dies and Falzaren blinks.
So Falzaren and Shaft, Falzaren, you've managed to turn Denny around as these giants have spot you, and you've made a fair bit away from the opening that they're covering up with the big boulder. But you can see two of them back there, and but behind them too, further in, it's very clear that there are, like, the supply crates are in this larger room behind them. You can make out a few other figures as well, smaller figures moving around as you're kind of beating this quick retreat. But from above the giants, and they stand nearly their heads up to the ceiling, nearly, if they were to move into the tunnel that you're in. But crawling on the ceiling with 6 pairs of feet on this long snake-like body, that bluish, dark blue huge salamander creature that Shaft had seen up in the supply tent, comes crawling on the ceiling.
Now we'll get a chase.
Yeah, we're getting
He really wanted a chase.
Its claws are sticking into the stone of the top of this tunnel. Moves in about 40 feet before extending its jaws open, and like almost like a snake's, they just all like unhinge and wide, and a burst of lightning streams out of it.
I'm resistant to that. I'm fine with that. That's okay.
You're not here.
True.
If you could each make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Straight dex, or can we use
Are you still attuned to the
acrobatics?
longbow?
It's a saving throw, so.
Oh, that's right. Damn it. Shoo. 21 for Shaft.
15 for Falzaren.
Ooh, Falzaren just shy of passing, so you will take full damage. Shaft, you did try to avoid most of it, so you'll take half damage.
I think I'm on the broom and I lean. And
It just goes right into Falzaren's back.
That checks out.
So full damage is 66 lightning.
Ooh.
Half of which, 33 on 12d10.
Wow.
That sounds like scary math, Bill.
Yeah. Falzaren goes limp.
Oh, it happens to all of us.
Let me rephrase that. Falzaren falls unconscious.
Falzaren, you slump on the broom, and Shaft, I'll let you make a strength here if you want to try to grab him. I'll let you kind of react to keep him at least on the broom.
Okay, so now I could use athletics, I assume.
Yes.
Oh, great. That's an 11.
As Falzaren, you're pitching forward, kind of this sudden shift in weight dips Denny's nose down into the tunnel floor, kind of scrapes against it as Shaft. You get one arm around him as you're kind of grabbing Denny yourself, trying to take control, and you're able to keep Falzaren somehow on Denny with Denny's aid as well, as Denny kind of brings its own nose up, and you are now, Shaft, controlling Denny. So your hands are going to be full unless you're going to let Falzaren go, but you are now in control of Denny.
I'll wrap my arms around Falzaren and grab Denny around on the front.
Okay, all right.
If you want to picture that in your head.
Oh, you finally did get your Titanic moment.
That's right. Well, sorta.
Falzaren's been waiting for this for so long.
And so my sense of how to control Denny, since I've never controlled Denny before, is just to sort of push forward.
Well, it's not quite your turn yet, unfortunately, so you can absolutely try when you get your turn.
Okay.
But the stone giants, they each kind of reach back and grab one of these supply crates, and they both wind up and just toss them at you down the tunnel. Now, the distance you have been able to make away from them, they are in their disadvantage range for this throw. Ooh, first throw, though, is a disadvantage is a 23. So, Shaft, you'll take 27 bludgeoning, and you can make me a strength saving throw, please, to avoid being knocked prone. As the crate, it hits you and clips into the back of Denny, and it just shatters, and rations and supplies just scatter in this tunnel.
That's a 13. Now, let's see here. I could use a luck point, right? Just to re-roll and choose which one. So I'm going to do that. 13 sounds a little iffy to me. I'll take the 13.
Oh, the reroll is an 8. No.
Oh.
Unfortunately, your DC was 17, and you are knocked. You and Falzaren both knocked off of Denny, hitting the ground. Denny continuing to move forward, 10 feet before it realizes it no longer has a rider and screeches to a halt. You are now up, Shaft.
Okay. So I see the salamander on the ceiling, and I see two giants down the hall.
That's correct. So the giants are still in that room on the other side of the boulder they were pushing closed, while the Bahir is what this thing is called, has moved into the tunnel.
All right. So we have about, if the map's correct, we're about 60 feet out.
From the Bahir, yeah. You should be about 100 away from the actual tunnel that's being sealed up, the opening.
Okay. So Denny is still floating there.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to take my turn to throw Falzaren over Denny and jump on and try to take off again.
Okay. All right, give me another athletics check with advantage, because Denny will be aiding you to try to get Falzaren back onto the broom.
That's better. 25.
Okay, yeah, you kind of, as if you hog-tied something and you throw him over a horse, you kind of throw him over Denny and can hop on.
And then I'm gonna, slap Denny on the back and try to get as much speed as I can out of him, heading down the rest towards Mia and Shakara.
Okay, and I mean Denny is incredibly fast. You can zip him down 100 feet. Mia and Shakara, as you're moving back towards the supply tent opening, right? You see this bright flash of light from way, way far down at the end of the tunnel behind you. And I mean, Mia immediately would recognize this as a lightning strike.
What was that?
That's lightning. That doesn't seem like these tunnels are full of lightning, so they found something.
I suppose we should go see if they need us.
Turn around. Yo-yo. Ping pong.
You'd start running back towards the other end.
I want to run toward the other end cautiously, like very diligently looking for signs of what could have created that light.
So it's very clear that the light source is incredibly far. Now, just because of how straight cut this tunnel is that you're in is the only reason that you were able to see this light from the distance that you're at. And you both know how fast Denny can move. So I think you could both guesstimate that you are still potentially hundreds of feet apart from each other because of how long that Shaft and Falzaren were pushing Denny for us. Like a solid 2 minutes, they were just zooming like 100 feet every 6 seconds, right? They made it very far ahead of you, even with the two of you moving at your quickened pace, just unable to keep up. So there's a significant distance between you. Now that you are both heading toward each other, obviously that distance is going to rapidly shrink.
As I'm flying, I'm going to yell in between the booming sounds. Run!
I will make Falzaren's first death save. Okay, me and Shakar, why don't you both give me a perception check, as Shaft has kind of called out on his turn.
16.
14.
Mia, as you start to charge forward again, just kind of over the clinking of your armor, you can just make out the faint echo of Shaft's words. Run!
Shakara, did you hear that?
No, what?
Turn around, we gotta run. Shaft was saying run. They're probably coming right behind us.
I will slow down, but not stop. Are you sure?
Pretty sure I heard Shaft. I'm turning around.
If she turns around and runs the other way, I will too.
Behind you, Shaft, the Bahir, you see it drops down from the ceiling and begins to run after you. These 6 pairs of legs just flying rapidly. It's almost like like a centipede like, but the it's more lizard like itself, right? But just the way it moves is so fast, and it appears to be moving as fast as you are. Still, though, you have this 60-foot lead on it. Now, what is really going to come down here as we go round to round is if this thing is going to recharge its lightning breath. Currently, it does not. To Shaft, are you just going to be continuing to urge Denny here?
So I guess my assumption is I have to hold on to Denny and Falzaren. I can't use my hands for anything else.
I would say for the purpose of a single round, you can possibly drive with your knees and take another action. But as far as consecutive rounds of doing anything other than steering Denny and holding Falzaren, you might be able to ride your bike with no hands on the handlebars, but not forever.
Right. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do to stabilize him while we're flying. That would take a medicine kit, which is not going to come out of a pouch.
Yeah. Falzaren's not a really hefty guy, but I mean, you're a halfling, so he's quite a bit bigger than you.
How the tunnel width, did you describe that?
The tunnel is about 20 by 20.
It's round all the way around, right? There's no, it's 20 foot high and 20 foot wide.
Correct, yeah.
So casting wind wall only goes 15. It's just going to scutter up above that, so that doesn't make a lot of sense to try it.
Oh, keep in mind the size of this creature too. I mean, it's not like it won't be able to get past a wind wall unaffected at the very least, as far as damaging it potentially, right?
Right, yeah, because you said that this tunnel had to be made as big as it was so this thing could fit. So
yeah,
I mean, I guess it's worth doing something. So I'm gonna clench my knees around Denny, sort of turn over my shoulder and try to cast a wind wall across the whole tunnel. I'll do it on the floor, of course. So it's 15 foot tall, so there'll be a 5 foot gap up at the top, and see if he runs into it.
Okay, excellent.
If you casted it just off the ground, would it be a 2.5 foot gap on the top and the bottom? Which
that
would
is
maybe...
pretty smart. I don't think Shaft thought about that though.
Okay, all right.
Shaft should have thought about that.
It's divine inspiration.
Yeah, Thor is giving you this.
From Shaft's perspective, everything's 2.5 feet tall on the ground.
That's right. No, it says I can make it any shape that I want as long as it makes a continuous path along the ground.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, so I'll cast it and then continue forward with Denny as fast as I can.
All right. Falzaren, second death save here. Shakar and me, I assume, just heading the same direction that Shaft and Falzaren are, right? Sorry, you're no longer meeting each other.
Correct, but I'm not dashing.
I am.
I'm running out, but not at full speed. Still hoping to get a sight of them.
I would like to dash because I'm assuming I might have to stop to pick up baklava.
Are you speed walking? You know, you see those people at the park.
Yeah, 1 foot must be on the ground at all times.
Your arms are swinging really, but you're not really going as fast as running, right?
Well, you better speed walk pretty damn quick.
I mean, what I pictured was funny. I don't know. I kill me.
Yeah, Lily might kill you.
Yeah.
So, death saves are out of how many again?
3.
Oh, frick, so you could already be dead.
Yeah, I could be. Well, if you rolled 2.
If you roll
2 out of
one.
3.
The Behir continues forward unobstructed or undeterred by the wall you've put up. So it's gonna charge right into it. So what's its effects for the Behir?
3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Just takes it no matter what.
18 points of bludgeoning damage. He has to save. I'm sorry. Strength saving throw.
It's only a 10.
And you needed a 12, so that's 18.
That's a cool spell for Shaft to have.
Came in handy. Jackal warriors don't like it.
Okay, further behind you, Shaft, you see that the closing entrance, that big stone boulder, continues to shift closed as the light that's coming from that larger opened up room starts to dim as this rock covers up that tunnel. And you're up.
I'm going to continue full speed. Well, I'll tell you what. It doesn't look like he's stopped, right? He ran into it, he took some damage, but he went on through.
That's correct.
I'm going to stop, throw Falzaren off onto the ground, jump off, and try to stabilize him. I got a 10. Oh, no, I got a 15. Sorry, that was my first roll on the other thing.
So, sorry, do you want to stabilize him, or do you want to find, his potion on him?
I'm going to stabilize him. I'm not going to dig around.
Okay, Falzaren, you are stable. As you've kind of unceremoniously slumped him off of Denny. Denny is not too happy about having stopped, but obviously will obey you, and is kind of just flitting around the unconscious Falzaren, whose breathing has kind of stabilized and normalized. No longer shallow, sporadic breaths. And the Behir continues to run. Let's see if it recharges its breath here. Ooh, you are getting lucky. And it can charge... I mean, it's got a speed of 50 feet, so it needs to use its dash to get right up to both of you. But that, unfortunately, is its action to become engaged with you. And Shaft, back to Shaft.
I'll throw him on Denny again. Jump on, slap Denny, and yell again, "Run!"
Okay, he's gonna get an attack of opportunity here.
So how does an attack of opportunity work on me in my current state?
Well, it's taking the attack of opportunity on Shaft, not you.
Because I know, if someone's already down and making death saves and you deal damage to them, that can basically kill them, right?
Yes, that is correct. So it gets a 17 to hit.
Okay, let's see if I could use defensive duelist. Because it's going to be your call, because I'm really not...
What is the wording of defensive duelist?
So when you're wielding a finesse weapon, I don't have my weapons drawn, but... and another creature hits you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to add 4 to your AC for that attack. That is a reaction. So you tell me.
Well, you do make the point that you aren't wielding any finesse weapon.
Yep, so in that case, it hits.
Shaft's hands are finesse weapons.
Yeah, that's right, baby.
So you're going to take 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And 16 slashing damage.
All right. Alright, well, you don't need to say any other words because I fell off the broom.
Oh no.
You told me to run, Shaft. You told me to run.
I did!
So as it lashes out at you as you're trying to retreat, and its long tail behind it whips forward, wrapping around you, and its whole body begins to wrap and constrict around you as it gets you and squeezes into you with the force of its the length of its snake-like body as you go unconscious.
Yeah.
I think when I hear the second run, I'm going to actually turn around again and head back towards them. Mia, they need us.
He told us to run.
They need us.
It's not my turn.
It is the two of you. What would the two of you like to do?
I am going to dash back down the tunnel towards them.
I've literally accomplished nothing. Dash, 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 dash.
Getting your cardio in.
I'll turn around and yell, "Do you guys need help?" And I'll kind of do what Shakara did, which is half run that direction. You know, not sprinting. Just, you know, like without being able to see anything, Mia's getting irritated. So, see if Shaft will answer me.
You receive no answer.
I start running.
Granted, I might not answer you anyway, so.
It's true. Oh, I start running, but I remember I have shackles. I keep forgetting. I land 5 feet within Shaft. I'll teleport.
Okay, so you've called out, and then kind of a round went by, so I've rolled a death save for Shaft here. And then comes back to the two of you again. Shakar, you can keep charging forward. Mia, you shackle. And where you appear, Mia, is on top of this salamander thing, as it has in a pair of its arms on either side of it, carrying Shaft and carrying Falzaren. And you kind of like appear above it and like land on top of it.
Save a horse, ride a salamander. Alright, and is it my turn when I appear there?
Does the shackles, I keep forget if the shackle takes your action or if it's a free action, does it specify?
Yep, you can, attuned creatures, you said, can use an action to magically teleport. That's in the spell text.
Okay, wow, whoever wrote that is comedic genius.
Woo!
So that does take your action. You are now atop this, but here you still have a bonus action to do something with. Potentially, maybe something in your pendant, right? Because that's a free action. I don't know what is left in there.
A mass cure wounds is left in there.
Well, you see both Falzaren and Shaft unconscious in this thing's grasp.
Okay, I know I have a bonus action. I see Shaft and Falzaren looking lifeless in front of me. And I know I have one thing left in my pendant, so I use my Mass Cure Wounds 5th level spell on them. And I suppose I'll choose myself as well, because it's up to 6 creatures, so the 3 of us. 3d8 plus my modifier. Rolled well, so 18 plus 5. 23 hit points back for all of us 3.
Alright.
And I just, on top of this salamander thing, begin to pray. Just close my eyes and say a silent prayer. It's a bad situation. And I'll just kind of like out loud, since I know we could hear before, be like, Shakara, we need you!
To the top with the Bahir. It is going to attempt to constrict you, Mia, on top of it. Because it kind of almost like twists, and you see it kind of lets go of Shaft and Falzaren and kind of twists and tries to get around to you, the immediate threat on top of it. As of course, Shaft and Falzaren, you're still prone, awake now, conscious, but kind of lying on the ground, basically like at this huge creature's feet. So that is a 28 to hit.
That hits.
16 bludgeoning and 21 piercing as it wraps its body around you now. It's almost like it unnaturally folds itself the opposite way your spine is supposed to fold as it twists and turns and just spirals this huge mass around you.
I would like to use a reaction if that's allowed.
Yes, absolutely.
I have the Wrath of the Storm. When a creature hits me with an attack within 5 feet that you can see, you use your reaction. He has a Dex save throw, or he takes 2d8 lightning or thunder, my choice.
I got a 16.
Okay, so that's a fail. That's just, I'm going to use thunder in case that's any different than lightning. I saw lightning earlier, so 8 thunder damage.
Good choice. So you are now restrained. There is a grapple DC if you wanted to try to escape on your turn as your action, but you are disadvantaged on any of your attacks, advantage on attacks against you. You have no movement speed. Shaft, you're up.
So I fall to the ground. I'm down below this thing, right? I sort of shake my head and try to gather my senses here of what's going on. I see Mia up there being clutched. I look over and Falzaren's opening his eyes, right? Looking over at me. I pull out my weapons and am I real close to this thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to attack. First attack, bronze scaled scimitar. 22 to hit.
You got it.
12 damage. I will take my second attack. It's 27 to hit, 22 damage. And then with my offhand, I will sort of try to move about 10 feet around, staying within 5 feet of it, but I'm not going to stay in the same place. I'm going to keep moving around this thing. And take my last attack here with my offhand. 26 to hit, that's 25 damage.
Okay, well done.
Wow.
That is not, if it matters, it's 9 piercing, 3 slashing, and 6 acid.
Okay, all of your hits appear to be effective.
Dang, you hit harder than a salamander.
Falzaren.
So Falzaren wakes up and takes a quick look around, sees that he's no longer on Denny. Mia is being attacked and grappled by this huge beast. So Falzaren reaches deep down into the last little remaining shreds of magic that he has, and he's going to cast Fireball. So it's a Dex save.
Gets a 4.
Sounds about right with the tunnel, right? You know, like...
Checking my dice 3 times.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
26 fire damage on a failed save. And I will sculpt safety for my allies.
Oh, thanks. Couldn't move if I tried.
Yeah, that would have killed me if you didn't.
Yeah, I think I will. Can I use my movement? I don't know if it would be considered an action, but I'd like to try to guide Denny back toward me or move over to, I assume he isn't far, and have him go back into my bag of holding.
From your position, you do not see Denny.
Oh. Uh-oh. Okay. That's bad. So that's okay.
He's like speechless.
Oh, poor Denny. Okay, so I'm just gonna stay where I am because I can't. I'd have to disengage to put any distance between me and this Bahir. Well, I suppose I could move a little bit, just staying adjacent to him. So I will do that. I'll move about 10 feet so that I will be further down towards where Shakara would be coming from, but still adjacent to this massive beast.
It's like Denny gave you the brush off.
I mean, I hope he fled to safety.
Shakara.
I am running. I do not have Misty Step, so I can't do that.
Oh, can't get that extra little bit, eh?
No. I'm just gonna dash.
Yeah.
When I get to where I can see them, like when I get to 120 feet, I will cast a spell.
Okay, keep in mind it's pitch black in here. So how far is your dark vision range?
120 feet? No.
You said it would take an action to get out of this restrained condition?
That's right, yeah, if you want to try to get out of this grapple.
Drinking a potion is an action?
That's correct.
Mia remembers, and she's going to teleport back to Shaft. And then she's going to drink a potion.
Now remember, the teleport takes an action, right?
Oh, right,
Yes.
sorry. The teleport takes an action.
I jested about the 120 feet, but I can see in normal darkness and magical darkness to a distance of 120 feet.
There you go, the devil's sight. Okay, I thought so. So I will let you know when you can see them.
Okay, so teleporting takes an action. I want to use my bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon and bring my glowing hammer down here with what little I have. Second level. It's 15 to hit.
That is a miss.
Oofs. Doesn't have enough room for the wind-up. You know, it's a pretty big spectral hammer.
To the top with the Bahir, and now suddenly you disappear out of it, and you see like its body that was twisting and wrapping you kind of like collapses in on itself, right? As now there's nothing there, and it kind of unwinds and twists around, and think what it's gonna do. It was holding back before. It's gonna try to wrap you up again, Mia. That's a 19 to hit.
Fails.
Okay, that was with its constrict. It is able to make a bite, which it will try to do. And that was only an 18 to hit.
Yeah, boy. I forgot my AC was 20. That was exciting.
Yeah, great AC.
I've been playing
Wow.
so many other characters.
Shaft.
I'm going to move about 15 feet around the perimeter of this thing, and then I'm going to make an attack. So I run around back by the tail of this thing, and as I'm running around, I swing my bronze-scaled scimitar and miss with a 13 as I sort of spin around. I'm going to do another 5 feet of movement as I'm going and take my second attack. That's a 28 to hit. Slashing damage, it's 18 total. And then rather than take my third attack, I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Nature's Veil, which makes me invisible until the start of my next turn. And I will move my additional remaining 5, or I'll just do another 5 feet and get on the opposite side of the creature.
Falzaren.
So I'm going to continue looking around for a moment to see if I see any signs of Denny. Is anywhere to be seen?
No.
No. Okay. I could drink my potion, but it just seems like such a waste of your turn. I mean, I know it's going to give me a bunch of health, but then I can't cast a spell. Yeah, I think it makes the most sense to drink my potion. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to use my action to drink my potion. So I'll reach into my bag of holding and will the potion into my hand, pull it out, pull off the cork, and drink it.
Shakara, you see coming into your impressive 120-foot dark vision range, Denny, zooming towards you. He is now 100 feet away from you.
Denny, where's Falzaren?
It's your turn.
Keep running.
Okay.
I was running.
Yeah, I was already thinking of that.
Mia.
All right, well. We have outsmarted the beast, Shaft. I am going to... What do I have left in my arsenal here? What kind of check was it that I had to make for a restrained condition?
Well, you just had to make an athletics or an acrobatics to break the grapple.
Okay, it wasn't constitution or strength. Thinks about whether Shatter would cave in the tunnel. I'm right next to Shaft. How does Shaft look?
I'm not looking great, but I'm invisible.
Oh, you went invisible. Okay.
And I'm on the opposite side of you, actually. I ran all the way around.
Would I know if Shatter would, like, destroy this tunnel?
You know the shatter can be very destructive, yes.
All right, Mia's, like, pissed. She's going to reach into the deep darkness of her magic and close enough to touch this lizard, right? I'm going to touch him and inflict wounds.
She's gonna touch him.
I'm going to touch him for 22 to hit.
That hits.
And that's 19 necrotic damage. I don't like using necrotic damage, but when I do, I touch the dragon. Or wait.
Very, very well done.
Bonus action with my hammer.
Yeah, absolutely.
29 to hit. That's a crit. That's a crit. Okay. This is not a drill. So 19.
No way. Wow. Incredibly good hit. This thing on all 12 of its feet is swaying, but still standing as it gets to take a turn.
I'm gonna hit you just in time for it to die, aren't I?
It's gonna attempt to constrict you again, Mia. That is
He likes my shiny
a
outfit.
23. Yeah, obviously a 23 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
So you'll take 18 bludgeoning damage. And, ooh, wow, that was really low. Only 10 slashing. As again, it twists and turns around you.
Ouch.
Still conscious?
Still conscious.
Okay, it will follow up with a bite.
Stop.
That is a 29 to hit.
Oh, why am I not raging? Why am I not a barbarian? What's happening? I should have drank the potion of invulnerability. I almost did.
So the bite does 19 more piercing. As again, you see the like it kind of did with the lightning breath, its jaw unhinges and swallows Mia.
Oh.
Wait, like legit?
Yes.
What's the inside of a Bahir look like?
Yeah. This is like Bryn and Falzaren all over again, but opposite. Come save me.
So while swallowed, the target is blinded and restrained. It has total cover against attacks and other effects outside of the Bahir. A Bahir can only have one creature swallowed at a time.
Not for long, Shackles.
Shaft, you're up.
You could teleport to her.
I don't think that's how that
No,
works.
only one creature.
He can return me to him though, because that's what it was for. Was
No,
if
no,
a
that's not
thief...
how it works.
No, it works the other way.
He's wearing, well, also he's wearing the shackles, so.
Right.
All right. Frick.
No, so I see this thing sort of, I guess, wavering back and forth on its legs here, not looking well. So I'm going to just try to stab right into its back.
Yeah, thanks for not going to the stomach with your rapier there.
29 to hit, 17 points of damage.
And that is enough, because again, it was reduced to a single hit point. You all do
What?
that.
We've
a
done that
lot.
several
You do that so
times.
many times.
We like to keep the intensity going.
Obviously, it finally it collapses to the tunnel floor in time for Shakara to meet up with the Denny. And so, Shakara, you're on Denny and you're heading towards them now.
All the times it hit me, I could have reacted. Frick, I keep forgetting my reaction. I could have killed it. Anyway.
So, okay, so we're technically out of combat, but the first thing that happens is when it goes to Mia, its inside and its stomach acid starts to eat into you right at the beginning of your turn before you have a chance to get out of it.
Oh.
So you will take
Teleport.
some last thing of damage, then you'll be able to teleport out of it.
I might not make it. I mean, you could gut me out, I guess.
You take 25 acid damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Oh, shit.
So because it's dead, you are no longer restrained, and if you were still conscious, you would have been able to just crawl yourself out of it with 15 feet of movement. But Shaft and Falzaren, you saw Mia get swallowed with this thing. Doesn't appear there's any type of
You
movement.
saw me take hundreds of damage. Yeah, I took over 100 of damage, like a lot.
Yeah. So I think I'll run around to the front and sort of... Falzaren, grab the other side of this thing's mouth! And try to pry its mouth open.
Yeah, so Falzaren comes and helps to try and open up this massive maw of this beast.
But you can't lift a darkling, so who's to say?
I'm going in.
Okay, Shaft, you can almost walk right into this thing with your size, as long as Falzaren can keep that mouth open, and you're able to kind of get your hands onto Mia. So give me a strength here to pull her out.
Let's see what we want to do. Strength athletics.
Sure.
26.
Okay. Yes. She's all lubed up and greased up from the inside, stomach
Oh,
acid
yeah.
thing, and you yank on her thinking it's going to take a lot of effort, and then the both of you just kind of woof right back out as she slips and you slide out of this creature, and she's clearly unconscious.
Okay. I think I'll fall down to the ground too. I start looking through my satchel, and I'm going, I don't have a healing potion. Actually, I do. Wait, here it is. And it's just a regular potion of healing now.
Okay. Shakara, you're coming up on Denny, and they come into your dark vision as you see Shaft pulling Mia out of this creature that you're seeing for the first time, and you're now reunited with them.
I need a way to move faster. Are you all right?
Yeah, I mean, sorta. I guess we're we're okay, and I sort of wipe all this stomach fluid off of Mia's face and pour the potion down her throat, giving her 7 hit points, and sort of fall back. Go, I don't know, I blacked out there for a minute.
Shakara, we almost didn't make it. It swallowed Mia alive.
Mayhaps next time you need us, you don't tell us to run.
Well, we were hoping it wouldn't catch us.
Falzaren and Denny kind of flipped back over to you now, reunited, kind of sticking to your side. Now, as he kind of comes back and sees that you're okay after retrieving some additional help, or what he thought was going to be additional help.
You can see that Falzaren is very visibly relieved, and he, as he's done many times, isn't quite sure how to show affection to a broom, but kind of just like rubs the back of it in a very awkward way. But
what happened? What is this stuff?
oh, Mia, thank goodness, it swallowed you whole. But thankfully, we were able to slay it shortly after.
Now, you didn't make it too far from the tunnel entrance, or the larger chamber entrance, but now there's no light at all coming from it. It has been completely sealed up. And if you were to cautiously approach it, you see that like it's just a massive boulder, basically, that has just been rolled and pushed in front of this opening. The booms above you have still been going on this entire time. They have not seemed to cease. Almost this kind of rhythmic booms, right, that have been going on for these number of minutes since you've been in the area, or been far enough down this tunnel to hear them and experience them. So I don't know what you're all going to do. You are now at a dead end.
And that's the show. The Incorrigible Party is everywhere. I heard you can go to incorrigibleparty.com to find links to their Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Redbubble, Discord, Twitch, and Patreon. Side note, the patrons get extra, like bloopers and mini campaigns just for them. All ambient sounds and music are courtesy of tabletopaudio.com, and their intro and outro music was created by Josh Jarvis. You can contact him by email at jamesmercymusic@gmail.com. The Incorrigible Party is sponsored by Critical Hit Design. Now, if you hurry, you just might be able to catch up to them.